Okay, so I just watched this video by Ali Abdaal and it was fascinating. So I'm going to play a very small part of it again because I think it's worth reacting to. Okay, so let's check it out now.
I do have a friend who just, successful Series B, $100 million startup type vibes, saying to me that, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel. And I was like, dude, why the hell do you want to start a YouTube channel? And he was like, well, once you've got a funded startup, surprisingly, your autonomy is limited because you're now beholden to investors. And so I really want my own thing that I can maybe make an online course off of so I can have my own income without it being tied to anyone else.
So as you can see, it's a really short snippet and it's a very throwaway line, but it's absolutely fascinating because normally we talk about YouTubers creating their own channels, but we don't normally talk about entrepreneurs or startup founders or business people creating their own YouTube channels, right? Because we normally think, they're already sorted, they've made money, they don't need to start a YouTube channel, why would they do it? But what we're hearing here is it makes quite a lot of sense for them to do it, and they are starting to do it.
But also, on that note, I think this point you make about how everyone's trying to get more autonomy. I was at a YouTuber convention last week, and it was a bunch of sort of YouTubers who are all fairly successful by YouTube metrics. And the vibe there was, let's try and figure out a way to build a brand that is distinct from our personal brand, like a merch company or a coffee company or a stationery company, so that we can use our brand to market the thing, but that the thing is not dependent on our own personal brand. Because even with, creators like YouTubers, influencers, it is, in a way, you get into it because of the autonomy, but then you realize, oh crap, I'm continuing on this hamster wheel of content and I'm so entrenched in it now that I would love to build a brand that is actually outside of me.
What I'm taking from this video is that being a startup founder and a YouTuber is no longer mutually exclusive. We're definitely seeing more YouTubers start their own businesses that aren't necessarily connected to the YouTube channel. For example, Mr. Beast has now started Mr. Beast Burger, and he's using ghost kitchens to be able to grow his business super quickly and scale it all over the US. And I talk about lots of other different revenue streams that YouTubers are starting to create through their YouTube channels in a video that I'll link to up here. But what I loved about this snippet from Ali Abdaal's interview is that I've never heard the reason why a startup founder might want to start their own YouTube channel. But it makes complete sense, right? That startup founders have got all their investment locked up in the company, in their equity, so they can't really get access to it necessarily that easily. But by starting their own YouTube channels, they can create revenue streams that are separate from their business, from their startup. And that can be really helpful and beneficial for them because sometimes it can be easier to access that money rather than doing it via their company. And so it's the complete opposite of what we're seeing from YouTubers who are trying to create a separate business from their personal brand. We've got entrepreneurs and founders trying to create a separate personal brand from their business. So very, very interesting and opposite ways of doing it. But it shows how important that I think going forward in 2022 and beyond, that no matter who you are, if you're looking to start a business, you might also want to think about starting a YouTube channel. And if you already have a YouTube channel, you want to be thinking about how you can grow a business and start a business out of it, because you don't need to think of yourself as, oh, I'm just a founder or an entrepreneur or a business person. You can actually also be a YouTuber at the same time. Equally, that works flipped up on his head. You don't have to say, oh, I'm just a YouTuber, I can't be a business person. You can do both. And that's something the video that we just saw, I think, really demonstrates. So I hope you found that useful. If you like this format of me reacting to kind of videos on YouTube, let me know in the comments because I might do more of these because it's a lot of fun to make them. And don't forget to watch this video that I made about 6 revenue streams for YouTubers. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See you later.